There's a particular kind of silence that falls across America at night. It's in the hollows of the Appalachian Mountains, the vast, empty deserts of the Southwest, and the creaking floorboards of a colonial home in New England. In that silence, the old stories wake up. The tales we tell in whispers, the legends passed down through generations, the things that go bump, and the endless American night. Tonight, we gather in the dark to listen. These are not just ghost stories. These are chronicles of vanishing, of echoes from the past, and of things that should not exist. Turn down the lights, get comfortable, if you can. This is America's most spine-chilling stories to tell at night. Our first story takes us to the heart of the Ozark Mountains, to a place known as America's most haunted hotel. The Crescent Hotel, built in 1886, has a history of pain, having once been a fraudulent cancer hospital. But one spirit seems to linger not from malice, but from profound sorrow. They call her Theodora. In life, she was a patient in the 1930s. The story goes that she was recovering, or so she believed, and was due to check out. She packed her bags, dressed in a beautiful, elegant gown from a bygone era, and waited for her husband to pick her up. But he never came. He was killed in a tragic car accident on his way to the hotel. Theodora, unaware, continued to wait. And she waits still. Guests and staff report encountering a woman in the 1930s-era gown, wandering the halls, particularly on the fifth floor. She looks lost, confused. She'll sometimes approach people and ask, "Have you seen my husband? He was supposed to meet me." Her form is so solid, so real, that many believe she is a living guest, until she simply vanishes before their eyes. But the most chilling reports come from room 1046 itself. Guests wake in the night to feel the weight of someone sitting on the edge of their bed. They feel a gentle, cold hand stroking their hair, a motherly comfort from a soul who never found her own peace. The air grows cold, and the scent of a forgotten floral perfume fills the room. It's a story not of a monster, but of a love that never ended, and a wait that became eternal. From a sorrowful ghost, we travel to a vast, primordial wilderness in New Jersey. The Pine Barrens is 1 million-acre forest, a place where roads disappear and cell signals die. And according to legend, it's the home of something else. The story begins in 1735 with a woman named Mother Leeds. Pregnant with her 13th child, she cursed the baby in frustration, screaming, "Let this one be a devil." When the child was born, it was normal, but within minutes it transformed. It grew leathery wings, a horse-like head, cloven hooves, and a forked tail. It screeched, killed the midwife, and flew up the chimney, disappearing into the pines. For nearly 300 years, the sightings have continued. It's not just a folktale. In 1909, thousands of people reported seeing it, causing schools and factories to close. The descriptions are always the same: a horrific flying creature, a piercing, blood-curdling scream that sounds like nothing on earth. Hikers in the Barrens tell of a profound, watchful silence falling over the woods. The birds stop singing. The crickets go quiet. That's when you hear it. The sound of something large moving through the underbrush. Something that walks on two legs. And then the beating of leathery wings from the trees above you. It's a story that reminds us that there are still dark, uncharted corners on the map, and that some legends are born from a truth we dare not acknowledge. Not all of America's chilling tales are confined to its soil. Some drift in on the tide, carried over the airwaves. This is the story of the SS Oring Maiden, a Dutch freighter whose mystery is as deep and dark as the ocean itself. In the summer of 1947, Numerous ships and coastal stations across the Pacific, including American listeners, picked up a frantic distress call in Morse code. All officers, including the captain, are dead, lying in the chart room and on the bridge, probably whole crew dead. A long pause, then more frantic tapping. I die. Then silence. A few hours later, a nearby American merchant ship, the Silver Star, located the Aring Maiden, drifting and silent. A boarding party was sent over. What they found was a scene from a nightmare. Every single member of the crew was dead. Their bodies were found on the deck, in the corridors, their faces frozen in terrified screams, their eyes wide open, staring at something unseen. Even the ship's dog was found, teeth bared in a final snarl. Most bizarrely, the corpses were radiating heat in an otherwise cold ship. The American crew decided to tow the vessel, but before they could, smoke began pouring from the hull. They barely had time to cut the lines and escape before the SS Aring Maiden exploded violently and sank to the bottom of the sea, taking its ghastly secret with it. To this day, no one knows what happened. Poison gas? A supernatural force? The only thing that remains is that final chilling transmission, a voice from a ship of the dead, warning the living to stay away. We end our journey with the story that could happen to any one of us. It requires no haunted hotel or deep forest. All it requires is a car, a dark road, and a moment of unsettling realization. A young woman is driving home late at night on a desert stretch of interstate. It's raining, she's tired. She notices a truck behind her, a big semi tailgating her aggressively, its bright high beams flooding her car. She gets annoyed. She tries to speed up, but the truck stays right on her bumper. She tries to slow down, to let it pass, but it just slows down with her. This goes on for miles. She's starting to get genuinely scared now. The driver is flashing his lights now, on and off erratically. Finally, she sees an all-night gas station. Furious and terrified, she swerves off the exit and pulls into the brightly lit station, jumping out of her car, ready to confront the truck driver who has pulled in right behind her. But the truck driver isn't angry. He's pale, his hands are shaking. He runs up to her and says, "Thank God you're okay. I didn't know how to get your attention." He points to her car. "When you pulled onto the highway, I saw a man in your back seat. He was crouched down, but when you went under a streetlight, I saw him clear as day. He had a knife. Every time I tried to get close, he would raise it up. I was flashing my lights to scare him, to keep him from sitting up." The woman, trembling, looks back at her car. The police are called. When they arrive and open the back door, they find nothing. But on the floor mat, lying cold and stark against the fabric, is a long, sharp hunting knife. He was there, and he's gone now, vanished into the rainy American night, waiting for his next ride. So the next time you're driving down a lonely road, or staying in an old hotel, or simply lying in the quiet of your own home, remember these stories. Remember that America's history is written not just in textbooks, but in the whispers that travel on the wind, the creaks in the floorboards, and the fleeting shadows in the corner of your eye. The night is long, and it has many stories left to tell. Sleep well, if you can.